but look at checked here today. Okay.
Okay, so first we're gonna introduce ourselves, right?
I'm gonna introduce myself then.
Cleavage today.
Then you'll introduce yourself.
And
This time we say, yo. This is as far as our cleavage goes.
But we've just never touched one another.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is PHAHLE, and today on the channel I have something different. I have something that I think you guys will really like and really relate to, because if you don't relate to this content, that means you like you're not being honest with yourself. You're not being honest with yourself. But yeah, so today I have a very special guest on the show, and she'll be on our very first episode. I'll tell you of what after she introduces herself. Say,
hey everyone, my name is KANI and I am Baki's special guest for today's video, and I'm so excited for you guys to watch it.
yeah, so this is KANI, guys. We've been friends for
Since
I think since 2006. That was what, grade 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I almost said 2002, as if we could speak. Yeah.
Now we're exposing our age. But anyway, so today, right, I decided to introduce something different to the channel, like I had said, and in my other videos as well. You guys know that not everyone can watch crime videos. Not everyone wants to watch a video and be sad afterwards. So like I had said, we'll be adding different things to the channel so that different people can watch and relate to the content on the channel. So this is a little concept we came up with, right? As you know, we all at the age now, or should be at the age where you're dating, you're exploring your options, you're trying to see
Jolo
vibes. But also, you know that Jolo's a pandemic, guys. Everyone's been dribbled. Please don't, guys. And if you're saying you haven't been dribbled, they have dribbled you. You just never found out. So you're worse than us. At least we found out that, dude. It's going down. As for you, that means you haven't found out. So the name of this category, but the name of this segment on the channel, we decided to name Dribble Thursdays. So obviously dribble, like you've been dribbled, and you'll be sharing your stories. So as time goes, I'll be bringing different people onto the channel. Me one day I also share my own dribble story. It's some of these things we have to, I think we have to go to the river and wash it all. Some of these things are just,
I agree.
It was very hectic. So yeah, as time goes on, we'll bring different people onto the show. We'll talk about being dribbled, and people that have healed from their dribble, please, because we don't want people on the channel that are gonna be touched and emotional. We've moved on. Kanye and I are now actually in very good relationships. We've moved on from being dribbled. Okay, so we had to go through it, but it was worth I don't even know if it was worth it, but
it was something.
It was something. So yeah, guys, she got dribbled. None is off limits. Even Beyonce got dribbled. So this just shows you that
everybody gets dribbled.
It's okay, guys. You must, as long as you let it go and you heal, one day you'll be fine. So yeah, Kani, you're gonna tell us how you met, what happened, how did this start, what I'm saying? And it's always, and you must even mention the age, please, because we need to, remember that thing we always talk about, we need to establish that.
Don't worry.
There's a pandemic, there's an age of a pandemic, I think when they're in this age.
Okay, so this is how my story goes about how I got dribbled. So basically, I was 2019. I met this amazing guy. He was really I used to do promotions, right? I just got out of a 3-year relationship that year. I was the happiest. I was over. I had been at that moving on stage.
And 2019 was a good year. I think it was that year where we were all we're going all out. Yeah, it was a good year. 2019 was very good.
Yeah, and then I was doing my promotions. Here comes this guy, and he's just my tie, piano, piercings, all of that.
Wait, at your promotion?
Yeah, he came over to my stand. And then, then we started talking after that. A few days later, we met up and everything. And then everything was good.
Wait, but when you walked up to his stand, was it did you ask about the product, or he was
He just came in. The first thing was she's so beautiful. And I was just like, how many times have I heard that today? But then with him, I actually noticed him walking into the store before he came to me.
Why? Is it his piercings or he's just?
I just
is your
looked at
type?
his shoes. No, I remember looking at his shoes and I was like, then I saw his face and his earrings and I was like, okay. I looked at him, but I wasn't like, ooh. I was just, I noticed him.
Yeah.
And then next thing, he's here. And it was like, whoa, okay, dude.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Then after that, we started talking. We exchanged numbers. A few days later, we linked up. We were still like, okay. You know, everything was going really well. We were always seeing each other for like, every week I think we were seeing one another. But
Did he live like near you or like?
Yeah, not so far from me. Probably like 15, 20 minutes from me, let me say.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, and mind you, we met in like November. Was it November? No, September. Where was it?
It was in November. It was still.
It was before my November though.
Yeah.
October?
Yeah, around there, September.
October.
Maybe September was nice. Yo, 2019
It was around
September.
September, October when I met this guy. And then, cool. We spent like almost every week together, you know, like all the time. And he was like obsessed with me and everything.
But what were you guys now? Were you just like vibing? Like you weren't you weren't in a couple. You weren't like in a relationship.
You know, now that I think about it, I feel so dumb because like I'm thinking about like how I used to ask him like, dude, what's going on between us? And he always used to mice that question and try to like talk about something else. And now that I'm older and I think about it, I would never allow that like mediocrity to ever happen.
Like you give girlfriend benefits to like someone that's not trying to make you a girlfriend.
He was always just trying to duck the question and everything, and then you know it's fine, I've accepted it. But then it came to what's this December. What happened that December actually, 2019? I don't remember much. I don't remember if I was still with him, like if I saw him that whole December, but I think I did.
You did. It was still. But from when it started, I think it was strong.
I did.
Like it was going strong. Yeah.
I definitely did to see him. Then January, I don't really remember. Then I just remember the February. Like that's all my mind wants to go to, because that's when the first dribble came.
This was like before pandemic.
The first dribble came. Yeah, this is now the year of the pandemic.
2020. Yeah.
Yes. So February 2020. So I hadn't seen this guy for a long time, and I hit him up. I called him, you know, to find out like what's going on and everything.
Yeah.
And then as I call him, he starts hanging up on my phone calls, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. He would have never.
Like what? Does he answer the phone and then hang up, or he just wouldn't like?
Yes. He wouldn't even answer. He would just like hang up.
And then WhatsApp, was he reading your text?
I don't actually recall.
Okay.
I didn't text them like that. Because I hate text messages. I was like a phone call person, you know? So then I take my mom's phone and I call him. Then he answers. I'm like to him, dude, why are you avoiding my phone calls? I said, are you avoiding my phone calls? He legit straight up said yes. Yeah, he did. I remember very well. Then I'm like, why? Then he's like, I forgot what he said, and I was like, dude, are you really like talking to me like this? Like, what's going on?
Like, what happened?
Yeah. And then I think they only to find out that he fetched his baby mama. His baby mama came back from Limpopo, and his son, right?
Did you know he has a kid?
I knew he had a kid, but he told me that we're not together with their baby mama, which I don't understand how I believe that.
I think we all fell victim for that one at some point. Like
thing is,
the baby mama
that was my
drama.
first time ever dating a guy that has
with the baby, yeah,
and as a baby mama. So I also didn't understand how that whole dynamic worked.
But then, how did you feel when you said you had a baby?
I think, like, to me, it was just like, okay. You know,
As long
let
as
me
he's
try
not still with the
this.
baby mama.
Yeah, like, am I going to now judge him and say I don't want to be with you? I don't
Because he has a baby.
because you have a baby. Plus, he told me that he wanted the baby. He planned to have a baby, which I really respected him for that. You know, I liked this guy a lot. Like, he drove me crazy. I won't lie.
You caught feeling.
I did. And then, okay, cool. That whole situation happened in February. He stopped speaking to me. He blocked me. And then after blocking me...
Wait, he blocked you?
He did.
After that phone call with your mom's phone?
Yeah, he blocked me, I think the next day or that same day. I don't remember. He blocked me. He blocked my number. He blocked me from phone calls and he blocked me on WhatsApp.
So how did you find out the baby mama was there though?
Because he told me and I heard the baby in the background. Yeah. They were back at his house.
Can you
They were.
Okay, so okay, hello. You're avoiding my calls, yeah, I'm avoiding your calls.
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, let me carry on. This is nothing. That was just like
the tip of the iceberg.
The
starter.
Yeah, when you don't even know that, you know, the tip of the iceberg, that little thing, it was a tiny thing. Underneath, hey.
It was hectic.
Okay, cool. No stress. That whole situation happened. We moved on. Then it was the pandemic. Then I don't know how we ended up speaking to one another again. How he ended up unblocking me. I don't know. Oh, I wanted my lunch tins, I think. He had like my lunch boxes or something, and I wanted my lunch boxes.
Did you really want them back. Or you wanted to see him?
Okay. I really did want my lunch boxes back. I really did. But I think that's how I wanted to see him.
Yeah. You just used the lunch boxes as an in.
Yeah. 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And then okay, cool. We made up like during the pandemic. Was it March or was after March, April? We made around March, April. And then we were just like speaking and I was crying. That was the first time I was crying. I'm like, what is wrong? Like, why don't you want to date
on the phone?
No, we met up in person. Like, what is happening? What is the issue? You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. And then this nigga, you know, he just told me that he wants to, but he can't. I don't know. It's complicated. And that time I really genuinely understood because I'm just like, okay, cool. I understood the situation with his baby mama.
Was she still here? She went back to Limpopo when you met up.
I don't remember. This nigga has told me so many lies sometimes and so many stories. Some were true, some I'm questioning.
Guys.
But I just played along. I really played along because I wanted everything to work out and I was extremely patient. I even feel like I wasted so much time with this guy, you know. And then
we did was like 2 years, ne?
It was 3 years. I met in 2019 and the last time I spoke to him was this year.
Okay, no. The one like, and it was funny because we're going through the same thing at the same time.
Legit.
We both met them in 2019. 2020, they what's if you don't want to say drug, is that a word? They drag us through the mud. Yeah, 2020. There were a lot of pandemics going on, but we still forgive them. Then 2021.
Now that I think of it, sometimes I don't understand, like, what was it that, like,
I don't know, bruh.
Crazy.
I don't know. And I remember it was, I think 2020 New Year's. Like, by the time I jumped into 2021.
Okay, and then what happened in 2020? Yeah, we would like link up and everything. He was my sneaky link in a way. And then, then I was in a relationship. I got into a relationship with some guy that was working overseas. I'm trying to remember what was it.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I got into a relationship but then now the guy wasn't physically here. So emotionally he was, but then this guy that dribbled me, let me say, because he liked Rick Ross so much, I'm going to call him Ross.
The guy? Okay.
Call him
Ross. Ross is the guy, guys.
Yeah, so the way, like, so basically Ross was there for me physically. Like, he was actually the only guy I was seeing, like, physically. Yeah, and he didn't freaking believe that, imagine. And then...
That's unbelievable, though.
maybe to him because he was doing things on the side, but to me, I thought that he didn't believe it because he's obviously doing
something. That's why he thinks you definitely
exactly.
doing something.
Thank you. So cool. I was just with him, and then I broke up with my boyfriend that I had. It was like too much of a self-harm relationship. We did meet. We did eventually see each other, but no, things were just way.
Is it the one you went to school with?
No.
Oh,
it's not.
There was one in high school, ne? With that name.
No.
I
didn't date anyone from high school.
But there was a guy with the name I didn't remember. Okay, fine.
Okay. And then the whole 2020 passed cool. We were still doing dumb stuff. And then it was 2021, last year. So what happened was, this guy was still telling me the same things, that he wants to break up with his baby mama. His baby mama is the one that's using the baby as leverage.
She's the drama.
Yeah, she's the drama, basically. And he's so innocent in all of this. He's not doing anything. She's crazy. Blah, 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 and everything. Cool, I believed him. He's my man. Of course, I'm going to take my man's
I'm going to stand by my man.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm going to be patient for this nigga because I want this nigga to marry me, and I want this nigga...
Did he say he's gonna marry him?
Huh?
Did he say he's gonna marry him?
He said he didn't want to get married. And I feel Listen.
He thought you could change his mind.
He used to say that marriage is a scam. And I was so convinced. I was like, yeah, marriage is a scam, but that ain't a scam. Come to me, baby. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, legit.
What agenda.
I was so convinced that I could change it.
And that time we grew up believing in marriage. But what these niggas were like, even if they said fat and second, you were gonna be like, you know what?
Dude, that guy drove me crazy.
I'm alright with my man.
He drove me crazy. Like literally. I was obsessed with him. I loved him. And then to a point where when niggas would shell at me, I would say no, but like I actually feel so annoyed at that. And then all my guy friends, like my guy friends kept saying, Kani, oh, he's stupid, leave this guy alone, this guy's choosing you back. I'm like, guys, you guys don't understand my love life. Yeah, you guys are just saying that maybe you guys have ill intentions. They'll always be like, Kani, you know what? Don't tell us about Ross no more. Don't tell us about Ross. We don't want to hear anything about Ross because we know what's going to happen with Ross. And in my head, I was just like, these niggas don't know anything.
Yeah, and I think it was worse because we were going through the same thing. So it always bumped by each other. Like, no, hold on, dude. You know, I also went through a similar thing with John, and then with John, and like, no, God, don't worry. Then next time I go to her, I'm like, I'm done with John, you know, John, no. And then you'll be like, no, Becky, me and Ross, trust me. Like, I think we were part of the problem because I never went to Kani, you know, I'm tired of Ross. Never tell me about Ross. It's done. Like, we kept giving it attention because we were gonna stick by our man. We were gonna push and be patient.
Push and be patient for marriage. Something that was not gonna happen.
No, like we were ready to be patient for them. Like we were.
I was patient. We were patient with him. Like I thought. Oh, you know what? So, anyways, it was now 2021. The year began, and I don't even remember if we were speaking or not. It was just so much back.
And you guys blocked each other a lot, ne?
Yeah.
Like they were always blocking each other. I was
blocking him. He blocked me, I think, once or twice only.
Kani was blocked you.
Yeah, but it was dumb because then I would always unblock him and talk. And I think that's why he took advantage.
Because he was like...
Yeah, that was very dumb. Anyways, then I got into a relationship again in 2021, beginning of the year. I think around February, yes.
Okay.
And now I was not talking to Given at all that time. It's fine.
Okay, it's fine. Let's move.
I was not talking to him at all, and then after that, what happened was, what happened? My mom was in the hospital, right, with COVID. Then my boyfriend at that time, he was very supportive. He was okay, you know. He was really supportive of the situation. I wasn't taking it serious though because I just like took the energy and that he gave me and the attention as like oh okay cool. So, thing is, he was so dramatic, that guy, I won't lie. He was, even now he still calls me and he's like, Kani, when was it last week when he kept, was it last week?
Who, Ross? Oh, the one you were dating
my
at that
boyfriend
time.
at that time. Yeah. Like yo, when Ross finds out that I was in a relationship, he's gonna be like, I knew it. I knew it. I don't give a damn. Anyways, so what he did to me, you must understand that he was sleeping with his baby mama, because you understand that a woman's gonna be in the same bed as you and you guys have a child
And
together.
and why would she stay in Gauteng for so long?
Maybe she wanted to use him for money. I don't know. Maybe she wanted money. Maybe she wanted them to still get back together. Maybe he also wanted her to leave.
Exactly.
That's a possibility.
Exactly.
We don't know how these niggas work these days. Maybe
with the baby mamas.
Maybe he wanted her to stay. Maybe he was stopping her from leaving.
You know, with this baby mama thing, then it's a tricky one. I'm not gonna lie. Cause remember with John, then, dude, me and John would have to meet up. Then the baby mama would call and be like, "Oh, the child is sick. How come the child is always sick when it's time for us to go out or have a good time? Like when it's time to go groove, the child is sick." And then now, thing is, when they say that the child is sick, that baby mama's expecting that at that moment that nigga's gonna come.
You must stand up, go
now, because the child is sick now. So as time went, I actually realized that some baby mamas, not all baby mamas, use that as a
leverage.
Yeah, like as a thing. So it's very tricky because sometimes you don't know
leverage
who's
over the nigga.
pulling who.
Over the baby dad.
Especially these daddies that actually care about their kids. Because ones that don't care about their kids, even if the child is sick.
About his kid. I won't lie. He would have done anything for his son, and I think that's why his baby mama would do that, or I don't know, whatever they had going on.
Yeah.
But anyways, then I went to go see him. I needed my lunch boxes again.
The same ones as last time.
Yeah, because he still had, and there was like a big new Tupperware my mom had got. It was
So
2 Tupperwares.
So this time you actually wanted that.
I wanted my Tupperwares back. Like I literally genuinely wanted my Tupperwares back. It was literally nothing like that crazy. Tupperware. I wanted my Tupperware back.
She went to the Tupperwares, guys.
So I get there. I knock. I didn't even care whether the baby mama was there or not. I even thought she was there. That's how much I wanted my Tupperware. Like I was like,
you were prepared for whatever.
Yeah, I understand they probably gave my Tupperware over the fence. Then
I'm going.
Yeah. I get there. Okay, cool. I knock. There's no answer. I knock again. There's no answer. And I'm like, but I see his car there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe he's just avoiding me.
Oh, his car was there?
Yeah, his car was parked there. Then I'm in the driveway. So I was just like, you know what? Okay, maybe he doesn't want to speak to me. It's fine, you know. There's nothing to speak about anyways.
But at that point, when last did you speak? Were you speaking? Like, on speaking terms? Okay. So you just shut up.
He was actually blocked. At that time, we weren't on speaking terms at all.
You're crazy. And
so then, got there to his house, and then I wanted my Tupperware. Then he wanted me to come in. I'm like, I'm here just to get my Tupperware. Then he's like, no, I want you to come inside. Then I was like, okay. I just went inside and everything, sat down. He's looking for my I didn't even want to say anything to him. I sat on the couch.
So she wasn't there.
His son was even there, and you know, I just.
So was the baby mama.
The baby mama wasn't there apparently. I don't know where she was, but she wasn't there. So, he's looking for my Tupperware, blah blah. Then he gives it to me, and then I try to stand up and leave, and then that was not the case. We ended up speaking. Then I just told him that no, dude, like my mom is in the hospital, blah blah. This is what's going on. And everything, and then he was really genuinely sweet, because he really is a genuinely sweet guy, like in general. I won't lie, I will never like put anything malicious on him like that. He was always sweet. It's just his actions were sometimes just dizzy. And then cool, I got my stuff and I left. Next thing he texts me literally 5 minutes after. No, I blocked him on WhatsApp. I remember.
Okay.
Then 5 minutes after I leave my house, I see an SMS from his number. It says, "I'm so glad you came, you're going to be mine." Or, "I want you back," something like that. Then I look at it, I'm like, I laugh, like a giggle a little bit. Then I drive away, I'm still driving. Then he calls me. He's like, "Did you see my text message?" Then I was like, which text message? Then he's like, "I sent you a text." And I act like, oh, I didn't see it. I'm like,
Yeah.
Then I'm like, let me check. Then I check.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, I see it. Then he's like, yeah, I forgot what else he said. Then we spoke for like a whole hour, and I was just explaining to him like the things that I just didn't like that he did to me. Dumb ass me. We continued speaking again. Saw that nigga again. Brought him back in my life. How stupid. Same stories, same excuses, same actions, same BS.
Same everything.
Same everything. Nothing changed. Like nothing changed. In fact, what changed was that it even got worse. Because now his baby mama was legit back in his life, back at his place.
Like full time. Oh.
And then I went there and I wanted to see him. I forgot what I wanted to see him about. I woke up prepared to go see that nigga. I woke up, I combed my hair, my afro, I was dressed okay and everything. Oof, I need to take a sip of this one.
I think it was my favorite part. Oh.
Okay. I drove to that guy's house. I get there to the gate. I'm knocking. Then I see the baby mama coming out. Then I'm like, oh snap.
What's his calling?
I don't remember. And I don't remember.
Okay.
Then I ask for his friend. I act like to the baby mama like I'm here for his friend.
He looked
For
at the other
Ross's
guy.
friend. Yeah, Ross lived at the back there.
Oh, okay.
And Ross's friend lived at the back. Yes. So I'm like, okay, cool. Is Ross's friend here to the baby mama? She says no. Then I'm like, okay, cool. Just tell him that KANI was looking for him. Then I got back in the car. Then I call her. I'm like, yo, dude, so this is the situation. I'm here at Ross's house and I just see the baby mama. And I'm tired of this nigga's BS and everything. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should go confront and just sit down and have a talk with her and ask her, what's up? Like, what's going on between you and Ross? Because Ross is telling me this. And I wasn't going there trying to fight, nothing. Cool. Long story short, went inside over there. She opened for me.
I told her to go for it.
She sat down.
Just do it.
Her and I sat down and I introduced myself in with this guy's life. I was like, this is my name and this is what's happening between me and Ross. So I want to know what's happening between you and him. I have the recordings, I think.
Of what?
Of the.
You recorded your conversation with her?
Yeah. I did. Yes. I recorded everything. I still have the recordings.
Hello, why would you record the conversation?
Because in case
to play for
happened.
him. Oh,
I didn't want to play for him.
Oh.
I was recording it for myself, just so when this guy starts telling me these things, I'm like, hey, listen here. But I've never played them for him. I don't even think he knows I have recorded.
No, I don't even know you. I'm like,
I record a lot of stuff.
Are you recording us now?
No. Yeah, I recorded my conversation with the baby mama during our sit down. Basically she just told me that this guy's a womanizer. I should stay away. They're engaged. The house that they were in, this guy bought it for her. And that I should stay away from him because I'm too young for this and whatnot. And I understood her point, by saying I should stay away from him, And then she was also telling me that she said a lot of
They're
things.
engaged.
Yeah, they're engaged. They were engaged. That's what she told me. Yeah. She was like, her and this nigga planned to have a baby. They got engaged. She proposed to her. That time when she wasn't gone, when I met him, that 2019, when she was
At the
gone,
promo thing.
yeah, she left, and the reason why she was back is because he told her to come back. He forced her to come back, to come live together for the sake of their son.
So now the house they were living in there, that's her house, allegedly.
No, that's his house,
But he says it's for her.
yeah, it's for her. Yeah, that's what she said. That he said, come back. I can even play the recording. I know he won't believe me, but I'll play the recording. He literally even said that she told me that he said, come back to Joburg because I even got a house for you. I'm sorry. Oh, the reason why she left is because he cheated on her. Yes.
Also, when you met that he had cheated on her that time, that's
Yes,
why
that's why she left. So she left and she went back to home, to her homeland, to home. And then he told her that she should come back.
He's a changed man.
He's a changed man. And he got a house for them.
And he met you at that time.
Yeah.
No!
Jolo. So cool. This girl she even has receipts. She takes out her phone. She shows me some text messages that he used to have with girls. She even showed me pictures. Then I tell this time, I'm like, okay, cool. Let's set up a chat for this nigga. Me, I want to go confront this nigga while you're here. Then she said, no, but he's not going to come. I've been like texting him to come, blah, blah, blah. Then I say to her, no, like, tell him, like, I'm going to set up the chat. She calls him. He doesn't answer her phone calls. She keeps on calling. Then I call him. He answers immediately. He doesn't know we're together. He doesn't know we're together. He answers. And then our first attempt for the trap failed because he was busy with something.
Yeah.
Then, an hour later, the trap worked. We went to his house, to his friend's house.
So what do you think for an hour with that girl?
Talking about him. She was telling me everything. She was laying it on the table. Everything. With receipts, every single thing. Everything. She was basically telling me that I'm getting dribbled and I should walk away. Which I should have listened at that time. I should have listened to her. So then, let's go see. So then, we go to that guy's house. I tell this hand to get inside of my car with her son. Then I tell her to sit in the back seat. I'm like, yeah, you guys don't hide. Listen, I'm in charge of this. And
she's in the back.
That's how feisty I am. Yeah, I'm in charge of this whole setup. I'm like, sit in the back seat so that he doesn't see you and everything. I'm even there combing my hair.
I'm getting ready.
I'm like, you know, even though when I confront this nigga, I must at least look cute. Moisturize my lips so this. And then I'm like to her, okay, cool. I'm gonna get inside of the house. You just sit inside of the car, right? And then she's like,
whose
okay,
house?
cool. He was at his friend or his brother's house.
Okay.
I walk inside. I knock. They inside. He comes out, and he was so happy to see me. Wow, KANI, no. Even his friends, his friends even kept saying, oh, you look so beautiful, blah,
You
blah.
see these friends?
I think that was the first time he saw me with my afro, so that's why he thought I was like...
No, but these friends.
Yeah. So, I walk inside. Then, I greet the people. Then he comes outside. I'm like, I have a surprise for you. Then he's like, really? He's so happy. I'm like, yes, I have a surprise for you. come this. Then he says to me, he's the one that even said, he's like, let's take a walk. Then he's walking towards the gate where my car is parked. So now I'm like, oh my gosh. There was even a moment when I kept thinking, I was like, yo, the way this guy is so happy to see me.
Little does he know.
I wish I could like tell this baby mama to get out of my car. Let me have a day with this guy.
With
He's
so happy. One good term, baby mama better get out now.
I'm just like, these niggas don't know that I brought drama here. They don't know that
He's
I just
happy
came
for
with
drama. He's happy for drama.
Drama is for you. Everything you do.
That's what he gets though.
No need to pretend. Yeah. So after that, what happened?
You take a walk.
We take a walk to the car. So I say to him, close your eyes. No, I'm trying to cover his eyes like this, right, with my hand. But now he's tall, so now I can't walk and cover his eyes. So then he's like, he even says to me, oh no, it's fine, I'll close them myself. I'm like, okay, cool. How we get into the car, I'm like, close your eyes, promise me you're gonna close your eyes, promise me. He's like, yeah, cool. I'm like, all right, cool. I get to my car, I open the door. So as I open the door, his son jumps out.
Ah!
Papa! Oh, Daddy, I forgot what he said. I don't remember. He opened his eyes.
Yeah. Like, I can just imagine like that.
He opened his eyes. Let me tell you something, guys. If there was a day that nigga was gonna be violent with me,
it was that day.
It was that day. It was that day. If that nigga could have, if I was a man, he would have punched me. Like, he wouldn't even have thought about it. He would be like, I would have been at the police station.
Oh, that child also.
He would have punched me. He would have beaten me, and I would have died. Like, so I'm like, then his baby mama comes out. I'm like, yeah, sir, Ross. I'm like, since you said that you have a problem with telling your baby mama that you and I are together, I brought her here so you can tell her that you and I
are together.
Tell her who she is. Yo, and then she starts speaking. I was even shocked because that time at her house, she wasn't even talking. She was like this. I'm even thinking that, okay, that means I'm going to be in charge of this fight because she's probably just going to keep quiet and still be a sim when we get there. But then I was shocked. I was like, whoa, you know how to speak now? You know?
Yeah.
Then she started speaking and everything. She was confronting him and everything. And then I was just standing there watching them most of the time. And yeah, basically they were fighting. There was a time when I felt so bad because they were fighting in the street and the son was watching them argue. So obviously, I don't know if they argue like this or at home
all the time. You
know. So what if like
didn't the friends come out at this point? Because now
I saw the friends coming out. They were like, and then they went back inside. Then I'm sure, and they know him, they know her. I mean, they know me, they know her. So I'm sure they were like,
it's going
both
down.
of them together. Stay in the house, Jen. Stay inside of the house.
Because y'all are going to drag them into it.
So I was ready. This hand says she had her bags packed. She wants to leave to go home the next day. She was waiting for him to come like take her back to the taxi rank so she can get a cab to go back to Limpopo. So I'm like, nah, bruh, no need. Like, if you need, like, help, I can drive you to the taxi rank, whatever. Maybe she thought I was trying to get her. And it wasn't really the case. So after that whole situation, they were fighting, arguing. I took that girl's number in front of him. Then cool. Then they left. Then I blocked that guy. I blocked him once again. We never spoke for a long time. I'm trying to think, how did we end up speaking after that day?
Because it came back, no?
Yes.
We spoke after that day.
But how did we speak? Pulling eyes at the love bag.
Hey!
Like
really
it,
love
like it.
that.
Oh yes, baby. Oh, I'm so stupid.
And at first you'd be happy when his love back. Like
I was so down.
I knew it.
I was so
I knew
down.
he'd be back.
I was
know.
so down for this guy. I won't lie. I thought that I could change him. I thought he could marry me. I thought we were gonna get married. I thought I thought it all. I thought it all. I even brought this guy to our Christmas party last year. He came. Yo, my family hated him. I didn't tell him that, bro. Yo, my family.
Well, if you watch this now, you're gonna find.
No, I don't think he's gonna watch it, but. My family was like, I need to not ever bring us that guy again.
They said don't bring him back. Mm-hmm. But what if he was really the love of your life?
Exactly. What if he wasn't? Me, I was just like, oh, dude, don't spend Christmas by yourself. Like,
come through. Where was that girl? I cannot get anymore.
No, apparently she went back to Limpopo. He started a new life this year, didn't he? He did. And then I saw him a couple of times this year. He even took me back to his homelands in Limpopo, which I really appreciated.
I remember.
Yeah, but then he just treated me like crap, like afterwards, because of a dumb argument. And then he was just like weird. So yeah, and then I forced him to get into a relationship with me again this year.
Really?
Yeah, I told him that like, what are we doing?
After the trip.
Because he kept promising me for a relationship. He was like, KANI, 2022, next year, we're going to do this. I'm so sorry. My life's going to change, blah, blah. He's moving out. He's doing this. He promised. So I needed my promise to be fulfilled.
Yeah, you were like.
He promised for a relationship.
What is this, 2022? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, so it was time, babe.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did we get to you?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm guessing.
We didn't date.
He didn't even give you a relationship.
Even now we're not speaking.
Again.
But
this time is for good because you're gonna.
Yeah, but right now, what is it to speak about?
Exactly.
Like, what is it to speak about? Like how he's that guy's such a womanizer, dude. I feel like he's probably like with so many girls right now. He lives by himself. There was even a time I went to his house, his new place, and I saw there was like wine there, like a wine glass or a thing, and then he told me that it's his friends, and I'm like,
come on.
In my head, I'm like, wow, a friend. Then there was also like was it a Benini or what in his family? Clearly, yeah, that's the day I told him that Jolalin.
And then I wanna know what he said. When you said Jolalin now,
he said let's give this a try. He agreed. No, I basically asked him like, dude, what's happening now? This is what you said to me before 1, 2, 3, right? Then we were speaking about it. Then he was like, yeah, let's date and everything. But I knew he wasn't serious because I saw those things. I saw what I saw.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, okay, he's in a new area. There's no ways that he's gonna try.
Yeah, he's just gonna relax
to still
now.
string me along, and I brought some bit of drama in his life. I will agree, but then he deserved that. After the emotional turmoil that he put me through.
It was too much.
I'm sorry. I don't feel like I didn't do enough. I did.
I feel like the hero of the thing is that child. That child, like, yeah, guys, that child. How old was he?
The son.
The what's it, Ross?
I met him when he was it 28 or 29? I met him when he was 28. Yes. He was 28 and I was 20. Yes.
Guys, please. It's this thing of older guys.
Cut. Anyways, I'm in a new relationship now.
Yeah, Kani's in a new relationship now. She's happy. We're not just saying that, like, we actually mean it. Like,
today was actually our month anniversary as well.
Really?
Happy month. I won't say how many months we're on. But it's their month anniversary. But it is our month anniversary.
What's the date? The 30th.
Yeah. And yeah, we were together yesterday. Look, he's celebrating it because I wouldn't be able to see it today. Yeah.
Do you celebrate month anniversaries with Doras?
Why is he even in the same dialogue as my boyfriend?
I can't even celebrate my anniversaries. Maybe I've been celebrating my anniversaries. Just not with
that
John.
guy.
Yeah.
Not with Ross.
Because there was too much up and down. Like, which date do we even choose at this point? Because
guys, enjoy the pandemic. Stay away from all the guys. Find a guy that's just gonna genuinely be straight up to you, that he wants you and you only from the get-go. If you see a red flag, it is a red flag.
It's a really a red flag. It's really a red flag.
It's not like orange. It's a damn red flag, and you can't change it.
You cannot change him either, guys.
Flag.
Like, I always say, how can you want to change someone else if you changing your own self is so difficult? Like, how many times have you been like, yeah, I'm gonna start the gym or whatever, stuff like that, and then you never like fall. It's hard to change, right? So to think someone else is gonna change for you.
If this nigga says that he doesn't want a relationship with you,
believe him. He's not like, he's actually really
he doesn't
not
want to get married.
Like, he's really not lying.
Married.
He's really not lying.
He wants to do this. He wants to let him do that, babe.
Believe him.
Find your person, and you'll literally be happy. Like, I never even thought that I'd be able to get into a healthy relationship like this after so long.
Yeah.
Like, it's so healthy. Sometimes I pinch myself. I'm just like, what? You know, like, literally,
Definitely.
there's nothing I can hide from this guy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, and he literally accepts my feet the way they are. Like, and you know, like, my feet are like my most insecure thing ever.
And he likes her feet.
No, not likes, but he disses them.
Oh, okay.
Like, where they're comfortable. That's why he disses them.
So yeah, anyway, guys, that was KANI's dribble story. I know it was a lot. Some parts of it even sound like, you see the day when she told me she was outside this guy's house and this baby mama is in the house. But we've been having these things with these baby mamas, to be honest. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe. Bye.
Bye.
So,
hey everyone, my name is KANI. And I'm KANI's special guest today for Dribble Thursdays. And I'm so excited to tell my story. And I guess we've all experienced something similar.
You said I'm here for KANI's Dribble Thursdays.
I said for Baki.
No.
Pause
Do you want to
and
hear
listen.
it?